It's Will here again with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. Now I've got 21 minutes of video today, so let's see if I can think of that much to say. First we've got this battlefield to clean out. Alright, we get the jump on them. Let's use my axe weapon on the plant because he's weak against it. The toads are strong against Tristam's attacks, but I guess Tristam's attacks are so strong anyway that it's still enough to level them. Okay, let's skip a few here. This is one I also wanted to show you. Okay, you can get them with the ninja stars and with the axe. Now if you want to save ninja stars, because you only have 99 of them to begin with, you can get more. But why don't you use the defense command and just take them out with the axe. Usually Tristam will go before your character, Benjamin. I probably should have named him Benjamin, but you know, what the heck. Gotta personalize this somehow. Let's go to the next battlefield. Oh, I love the background here. Oh, and just for everybody's information, the prize from the last battlefield was 54 experience points, which really isn't much. Each individual battle most likely gave more than 54, so just think of it as a little bonus. Alright, let's use a heal potion. So let's go to item. There we go. That should get rid of the poison status. And the axe is still enough to take out the frog. That's good to know. So when you're playing the game, just sort of keep a mental tally of what enemies you one-shot with what weapons, and it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, here's a new enemy, Basilisk. Not much about him, but since they pay me the big bucks, I'd better look it up. They have 90 hit points, they give you 81 experience, and 3 gold points. Okay, and that's everybody. And we get a charm. Okay, that's good. That'll add, I think, 1 point to our defense. Let's just check it out. Yep, 1 point. Well, that's better than no points. Yeah, your supporting character, probably until the end of the game, gets better stuff than you do. But, of course, they don't level up and they can't upgrade, so in the long run, you're better off than they are. Okay, we're going back to Foresta here to recharge, rest, whatever you want to call it. Grab some cure potions and get out of here. Back to the Bone Dungeon. Woohoo! And we've got 2 of these guys. Oh, I like the critical hits. Let's meet a sandworm. And I don't know if it's clear here. No, I'll show you in a minute. They are weak to the axe, which is good, because that's our go-to weapon at this point. So I'm just going to defend with Tristam to save the ninja stars, and look, there we go. Down in 1. More ninja stars. Now, if you're squeamish about fighting enemies by yourself, I would recommend going along one of the sides there and cleaning out the enemies, because that, where we just went, that's one way to get carried over by the sand like that. Boy, just a pile of bones. You'd think I'd be able to jump right over it, but no. No overtime in Chicago tonight. They scored on Vancouver's empty net. 4-2 Chicago. That's too bad. Well, Vancouver got the one win, so they'll be coming back to Vancouver with the series tied. Okay, now we have the bomb as a weapon. Now you can use it inside battles too. It's a legitimate weapon. It's a consumable just like Tristam's ninja stars. And it's also good because it targets multiple enemies. So there will be times when you want to use it in battle, and I'll even show you coming up here. To blow up the bones, just place it on top. Woohoo! Steel shield. Now that should add to our defense significantly. Oh wow, it's almost as good as the armor. Good times. Lots of enemies in here, but you only have to kill a few of them. If you want to kill them all and get the experience, it's not a bad idea either. Okay, down in one with the projectile. Good to know. Three of them? Okay. Well, let's use our bombs then, and we'll just let Tristam sit back here. I just figured that killing 3 enemies with 2 shots is better than 3 or more, which it would be if I let Tristam do anything, so... Alright. Probably later on, when I get maxed out on cure potions and heal potions, I probably won't be chasing every chest, but for now it's worthwhile. Darn. Uh-oh. Okay, now he had a status change. If you were fighting a long battle and you really cared about that, you could drink a refresher, and that would reset him to his standard values. So yeah, if you noticed I was fiddling with the idea of casting Cure, that's because these guys are undead, and so they are weak to Cure. Curing them kills them, but they're already dead. Okay, so curing them reanimates them, which means they're dead because they're undead. I never really understood that. New enemy, the Gorgon. Okay. I guess it's not like Final Fantasy VIII where you can junction magic to hit and basically never miss anything. think this game is to Final Fantasy VIII what checkers is to three-dimensional chess. Not that checkers is not a respectable game. Uh-oh. Confusion's kind of a pain in this game because you can't just whack your character, yourself, or your enemies. It won't cure the confusion. You have to use a heal potion, I believe. How do we get up there? I'll give this game one thing. It has some interesting field maps to figure out. Although I don't play this game very often. I think this is only my maybe third, maybe fourth time playing the game. So, you know. Like a game like Final Fantasy VII, I kind of know like the back of my hand by now, as I'm sure do many of you. Okay, new enemy, Minotaur Zombie. I bet you know what he's weak to. Too bad that this wasn't episode 2 of my Let's Play, or else I would have called it Attack of the Bones. Get it? Just trying to make a lame game more bearable with my lame jokes, excuse me. Actually, it's not that bad. I'm playing it, so it must be alright. I do like Let's Play Pilot Wings, but I really suck at that game. Now let's cure them all. But we'll take one out just to split it a little less. Not sure if the mechanics work that way or not. Let me know if you know. For all I know, there could be a Final Fantasy Mystic Quest algorithms guide on game FAQs. And yet somehow I doubt that. Quake, alright. Our first black magic spell. Now notice that there's different spell charges for different types of magic. And that seed item that we got a minute ago, you can use your seeds to recharge your spell charges. Nothing we can do with those. Okay. Do not take this boss lightly. If he gets a critical hit on you, he can basically put you down for the count. And only one of the characters that I'm playing with now has the ability to actually revive, so if you lose that character, well, you know, you're basically screwed. But if you're close to the end of the battle, you don't really need to worry about your supporting character being alive. He can be dead if you want, because the supporting characters don't gain experience anyway. But it would be kind of bad to beat a boss with just your supporting character, because then you would not get experience, and that would be bad. So you see, Cure is quite effective on him, but we only have a limited number of spell charges, so we have to be careful. I mean, you could consume a seed, but I choose not to. I like to leave some challenge in this game. Speaking of which... So there you go, you know, he gets a critical hit on you, you are in trouble. So let's try to run, which you can't do, but I'm just deliberately trying to lose now so I can, well, you'll see in a second. Ouch. No! I will never give up. And you start again with the exact same initial conditions that you had before you went in. I kind of wish more games had this. I think it's kind of cool, because I mean, most of the time people are just saving and reloading anyway. And in some cases this is deadlier, because this does not give you a chance to change your preparations. You're thrown right back in. So I kind of like it, and it can be kind of vicious. You can get caught, you know, with your pants down, so to speak, and really have a tough time getting past a boss. And you have to, or else you have to go back to your last save. So save often. You have no reason not to save often. But the first time I played this game, I did not save as often as I should have. You see, this time I'm trying to use Cure more for defense than for offense. Although, I'd like my character's HP to be a little higher, because you could be leveled by a critical hit. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'd recommend healing him. You never know. But if you're very close to the end of the battle, and you don't think the poison's going to be a factor, then don't bother. Alright. Well, if you weren't sure that you had stereo sound, now you know. And we get an Elixir. Oh, I'm sure what's-her-name in Foresta will be wanting that. Oh, I can't believe I just called her what's-her-name. It's Kaeli. Kaeli's her name. No, we can't consume the elixir. Well, we wouldn't need it right now anyway. We're both at full HP. Okay. Alright, and now we get to leave the dungeon all by our lonesome. Now for the most part, since the enemies don't repopulate, your path is clear. You can see here the ones we didn't defeat, but it's all good. Until you get here. So, we have to fight our way through these guys all by ourselves. Let's try a bomb on these guys. Alright! One-shotted 3 enemies! How's that? Okay, well that's it for the Bone Dungeon. Now we've got to hurry back to Foresta to see if we're in time to save Kaeli with the Elixir. Yeah, come on, south, south. Okay. East. Okay, we're outside Foresta. Will we be in time to save Kaeli with the Elixir? Find out next time on Let's Play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.